All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here today. It is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you, first of all. This is not going to be a Mother's Day show. I may do one later this afternoon on a walk. We'll see how it goes. This is actually a very impromptu show. I wasn't going to do a live stream late night tonight, but some things transpired, and we're just going to keep going. And we're going to keep on going until people get the frickin' point. We're going to keep on going until people get the frickin' point. Before we get to all of that, though, let me first of all make sure that everything is rolling smoothly, because this show, I just got a comment also. I'm going to read this comment, a ridiculous comment. Like, people are so frickin' triggered because I'm opinionated and I care about people and I speak the truth in regards to what people are going through so they can turn things around and become better people. They don't like that. They don't want to hear the truth. So they get triggered, right? But yeah, before we get to all of that, let me make sure everything's rolling smoothly first. Let me check out the back end of YouTube. And it looks like it's rolling well. We've already got one person here. Thank you so much for being here. Let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it looks like it has. And let me do a sound check. I wasn't going to do a live stream late night tonight, but some things transpired, and we're just going to keep going. And we're going to keep on going. All right. Everything is rolling well. 6 people here. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Mother's Day. I truly, wholeheartedly mean that. Happy Mother's Day to my mother. Happy Mother's Day to my girlfriend, Dawn. And even happy Mother's Day to her mother. And happy Mother's Day to Dawn's daughter, who's still shutting us out, which, really, really hurts my lady. I may talk a little bit about that during this show. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it is Mother's Day, and I wish all the mothers out there nothing but the best, nothing but love and peace and happiness and solace and all that good stuff. God bless each and every one of you. But I have a lot more to talk about, some other things, again, here today that are stemming from a stream I did last night. I did a Walking with Purpose stream, after my stream that I did yesterday. And then Dawn and I did a members-only live stream last night where I said some things that triggered a woman that just commented on my channel. But she didn't comment on the members only live stream where I said those things because she's not a paid member. She actually watched this live stream without admitting it on an unauthorized rebroadcast on Rumble by you-know-who, by Mr. Jamie, right? And then she wants to come here and give me a piece of her mind on my paid content without paying me and stealing my paid content. It's like piracy. She's like pirating my content, right? You expect me, ma'am? This woman's a radical feminist. Wait until you hear this. I'm going to read her comment. I've already got a screenshot in case she deletes it. Like, she went off like there's no tomorrow, and I'm sitting here laughing my freaking head off. But again, this woman watches my members-only live stream on an unauthorized free rebroadcast of my paid content, and you want to come here and comment on one of my community postings to give me a piece of my mind? GTFOH and STFU. Seriously. You would have never, ever, ever, ever seen that content had it not been for the unauthorized rebroadcast. So there you go. You're already wrong. You're already wrong. You already lose your argument, even if you have any point, because you are stealing from me. You are stealing. Bottom line. You can watch this and get triggered all you want. You can keep trying to comment all you want. Eventually, I'll probably block you. But that is absolutely ridiculous. Let's get to today's topic here, because My good buddy ODN put out a video calling me out on something, which is absolutely not true. I made a community posting on it earlier. And then I had some things to take care of. Saturday nights, I prepare my girlfriend Dawn's medication for the rest of the week in the dated pill boxes Sunday through Saturday. And I get her medication and her vitamins all organized. So I took a nap earlier. Dawn and I took a nap earlier after the show for like 3 hours. Then I got up to, take care of the pill sorting and all that. And then I saw ODN's video. And quite frankly, ODN, I don't hate you. I'm not, you're cool. You're more than welcome here, right? But give me a second here. But I am very, very, very disturbed. I am disturbed. And I guess I should be honest. I'm really, really pissed off that you think I'm full of it. The topic of this stream is ODN and everyone else that feels I'm faking stuff. I'm seriously tired of your ignorance. One more time. ODN and everyone else that feels I'm faking stuff. I'm seriously tired of your ignorance. I am. You're being ignorant. You're being ignorant to what's actually happening here. I don't know if you heard my entire live stream yesterday, ODN, the one I did last night, where I pretty much called out nothing but silicone being Brian. I firmly believe that still to be true. Okay? I also vindicated everyone except for Jamie and Brian and even JB Gunner, but everyone else, you've been vindicated, including you, ODN. This has nothing to do with anyone besides Jamie and Brian and possibly JB, but JB's been staying out of this. Okay? And ODN said in this video that he thinks I'm in bed with people like Jamie and Brian and Sarah and all. I'm not in bed with any of them. I'm not. I have not made a dime from them. They've made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of my name and likeness for the last 6 years because one man continues to pay them money to keep doing this and make additional money donations at my expense. That's the honest truth, ODN. Nothing less and nothing more. You say you're looking at my body language, you're looking at my face. I don't give a damn if you think I'm lying. And no disrespect, dude. My woman smokes the 420 like you do. Maybe you had a little too much 420 while you were watching this. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just stating the facts. I'm not being critical. 420 is legal pretty much everywhere. People do it for medicinal purposes. It helps with anxiety and all that stuff. I get it. But maybe you had a little too much of the chronic to comprehend what I was saying properly last night. No disrespect. Intended, that is. I'll tell you this, ODN. I've gone to bat for you, just like I went to bat for Sarah, just like I went to bat for everyone besides Jamie and Brian and JB. The thing is, ODN, everyone that I went to bat for on the other side has told me, why am I friends with you? Why do I believe in you? And they're saying all the things you've done, which I've gone to bat for all of you. Like, you're telling me that I'm in bed with them. They're asking me why I'm in bed with you. It's one big shit show. That's all it is. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm done with all this garbage. It's all garbage. It's fucking garbage. It's absolute garbage. I do respect a lot of the things you've done. Some things I don't agree with. Just like the same on the flip side. You like some of the things I've done, and some of the things I've done you don't like. Just like the other side, the other people I mentioned. Some of the things they're okay with, other things they don't like what I've done. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. But if you're going to come out here and accuse me of being a part of this and secretly getting paid, I would never sell myself out like that. If I sold myself out like you think I have, I would have a lot more money and I would not be in the financial position I'm in, because I'm getting by, I'm making ends meet, but I don't have the money that these motherfuckers think I have. I don't have a lot of money. I have enough to survive, and it's being stretched out because I have a lot more responsibilities. I'm taking care of my girlfriend that I love. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about her or me. What matters is I care about her, I love her, and I want to provide for her. And what these people are doing out here, making it difficult for me to run my business, including what you're saying now, it's tainting the air, right? It's affecting me from running my business properly to the point of where I can make enough money to further provide for my girlfriend and my family. And she is a part of my family. But again, even if these people offered me 50% of the profits, let's say they offered me 50% of the profits, and I would have made $200,000 over the last 6 years doing this, I would never accepted that, because I'm a morally sound person that has morals, values, and ethics. I would never sell out to being a lolcow and pretending to be something I'm not just for a paycheck. That is not the type of person I am. I've never been that type of person, and I'll never be that type of person. I'm not against you, ODN, and I'm not against anyone else. I don't hate anyone. Legitimately, that's how I feel. I only care about what's affecting me from making money out here and running my business. And if you look at it very closely, there's only two people that are affecting me from making money out here. It's Brian, who's paying Jamie, and it's Jamie, who makes the content, who keeps on rebroadcasting my live streams and my members only content, like he did again earlier tonight, which we ignored him. And we're going to keep ignoring him on those shows because those are for our members. But now, ODN, you got a woman I just mentioned at the beginning of the show. Her name is Nina. That's her account. She leaves me a 4 or 5 paragraph rant saying that she saw my stream where I talked about things, which was the members only live stream I did, and she has no channel membership on my channel. So she saw that on Jamie's rebroadcast on Rumble. And then she wants me to, value her opinion when she's stealing from me, when she's pirating my content because someone else is stealing it, rebroadcasting it, and making tons of money doing it. You think that's right, bro? You think I would come out here and pretend to be pissed off at this level because they're giving me part of that money? They ain't giving me shit, bro. I have not received one dime from them at all. And like I said, even if they offered me a fair amount of money to do this, I would never accept it. I would never sell out. I would never sell my soul to the devil. I believe in myself, and I believe in what I do out here. And I don't give a fuck what that cringy group of misfits thinks out over there. It doesn't matter what they think. The only reason why I cannot ignore them is because it is affecting my bottom line. Besides that, I wouldn't even talk about Jamie or anyone. But see, he is basically doing illegal stuff, stealing my content, and going to Rumble where it's much harder to take it down. And I'm working on that. I'm working on that, ODN. It takes time. He's doing that because he wants the reaction from me. He is desperate for me to talk about him or talk about drama. I went back and I was just wondering if he got really bored watching our members only live last night. and he was going to cut it off. He was bored because we didn't mention him. We're not going to mention him, but he still rebroadcasted it, and he was trying to make up so much stuff. He was trying to make it like comical for his audience, but there was nothing comical about it. It was just a nice conversation with our audience. And then Jamie said, he goes, well, he's trying to, make himself sound like a real coach. He's trying to be very professional and this and that. I am professional and I am real. And those are my thoughts. And you know that, but you're trying to spin it because that's what you're getting paid to do by Brian and the people that donate to you, the misfits on your end, like you call them, ODN, they're misfits. I've known you for 5 years, ODN, maybe almost 6 now. I've appreciated you going to bat for me. But it's gotten to the point of where I don't have time to go after every single person that said something nasty about me, has rebroadcasted me, or has made money off of me, or has talked shit about me behind the scenes. I don't care about that. I'm a busy guy. I've got a real life, despite what these people say. I've got bills to pay. And I don't have the money these people think. These people think I'm getting inheritance payments from my mother. I ain't getting shit. Think all you want. If I was getting those payments, I wouldn't be as stressed out because I'd have more money. I don't have that fucking money. I don't. I've got my money that I've made and reinvested, and I'm making some money elsewhere and a little money here on YouTube, and that's what I got. And I should be able to make more money without people stealing my content out here and doing this underhanded stupid shit to affect me from properly running my business and making money. These people are affecting my right to free enterprise. And when you come out and accuse me of being in bed with them, it further affects me in that way. Now, again, you're still welcome here. I am upset. I am bothered by what you said, but I will forgive you and move on. But first, I'm going to give you a piece of my mind so you understand I'm not BSing you. And if you think I am, I don't give a you know what. I don't give an F. I don't. I will still not trash talk you. There's nothing to trash talk. We've all done some things. We've all made some mistakes, but we've also done good things as well. You've done great things for me. You've gone to bat for me, and I appreciate that. But you keep flip-flopping back and forth, trying to find something or figure out something about me when there's nothing to figure out. I'm just here to run my coaching content and help people that want to be helped. That's it. If people don't like my content, they can change the fucking channel. That's all. How difficult is that to understand? How difficult is that to understand, dude? Why, and ODN, here's the thing. I have not bothered you. I've not attacked you. I don't trash talk you. Why do you even care if I'm telling the truth or not? I am telling the truth. But regardless, even if I wasn't, why do you care? What are you trying to prove? How much better would it enhance your life whether I'm right or wrong? If I was lying, which I'm not, would that make you feel duped? Would that make you feel like you're supporting someone or standing up for someone that was full of it? Maybe I could understand that. But that's not what's happening, bro. That's not what's happening. You know, I'm kind of glad you called me out, ODN, even though you were completely wrong. No disrespect intended. I'm glad you called me out because people that I vindicated last night from the other side. I vindicated everyone except for Jamie and Brian and even JB. That's it. Everyone else has been vindicated despite what they've done, because they've all done it on behalf of the Legion and Brian, paying them or in some capacity through some contract, like I mentioned last night. Everything I mentioned last night was true. I even got emails, tons of them, that all the discourse behind the scenes were going crazy on this, right? And you know what? That's why I don't do Discord, because I went on with my day. I got some rest with Don. I went and took a nice walk. I talked about a great coaching topic that Pork Chop didn't rebroadcast because he said, oh, I know what you rebroadcast and whatnot, right? Of course you do, yeah, because you would be bored. You don't want to actually learn, how the law of attraction can better your life and how manifesting something real that you would really enjoy doing and making more money by putting in more effort. You don't want to manifest something better for yourself, right? You don't want to. And you, Jamie, don't have the abundance mindset because you're stuck in a rut doing this YouTube fake instigated drama garbage because you keep making that $3,000 a month from Brian, aka Nothing But Silicone, aka Wise Night Silicone. I don't care what anyone says, okay? And I really don't care about what you guys do or say about my living situation or my place. I'm happy here with Dawn. I'm happy here with my mother. We shared the expenses, and I'm good with that. It doesn't matter even if you guys were right about what you're saying. You're not right about it. I wish I was getting some money from the estate. I'm not. I'm not getting a damn dime. I could use that money right now, but I'm not. That money's going to expenses for the estate, taxes for the estate, repairs for the estate, and all that. It's not coming to me. If I had all that money in the world, I would still be doing this, but at a much lesser level. I've been working hard to try to grow this because I want to make it work. And I love doing it for more than just the money, but I need it to work because I need the money also to provide for my family and to take care of my girlfriend. And we don't have any government assistance or anything like that. We have nothing like that. We're on our own. And I should have the right to be able to come out here without any of you mofos continuously badgering and harassing myself and stealing my content and affecting my pocketbook and my right to free enterprise. That's the truth of the matter. We're at 23 minutes. Everything I said last night was the truth. They were my opinions, but they were strong opinions. And I was not trying to wallet watch Jamie or anything. And I saw part of the rebroadcast he did. And no, I did not say that his insurance was $400 a month. I said between car payment and insurance. But he says he has no car payment, so maybe he paid off his car and has less money in the bank. Maybe he only has $60,000 in the bank because he paid off his car. Regardless, it has to get paid somehow, whether you pay it off right away or you finance it. Here's the thing. With low financing rates, if you have good credit, which I'm assuming he does, because he has all that money in the bank, he should be able to pay all his bills on time to have perfect credit. So he could get, 0% financing or 1.9 or 2.9% financing. Why in the world would you pay off a car full in cash when you can get 0% or 0.9 or 1.9% financing and then reinvest that money? That'll make you more money than taking a big chunk of money and paying off a car that you could finance at a very low interest rate and make monthly payments for 4 or 5 years. That's stupid. That would not be managing your money properly. The reason why I've been able to survive is because I take advantage of 0% financing and low financing rates, and I pay things over the course of time, and I reinvest my money that I have left to make me more money. But then you guys try to discredit me and say, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm sick of that. It's funny how these people in the chat mishear what I say, and then Jamie goes on the stream and debunks something that was taken out of context because he took the audience's word on it. And he can't go back and rewind because the DVR is turned off. That's why I turned off the DVR, because your rebroadcasts, if you don't start on time, you can't go to the beginning. If you want to hear something again, you can't rewind. So F you. You're going to keep doing the underhanded stuff. I'm going to make it as hard on you as possible. Plus, I also want my audience here live and chatting at the moment that I'm talking, not rewinding back 30 minutes or 60 minutes while I'm currently live to watch the beginning of the live stream I'm on that they missed. I don't think anyone should use a DVR while they're live. It affects your engagement while you're live. But it also affects people that rebroadcast, because then if you pause and then you go back and unpause 5 minutes later, it doesn't leave off where you left off. It goes to the point of the live stream. It cuts out that 5 minutes. That's why I do it. You know why I do it, right? But because you miss those things and you take the word of what your audience is saying and spin it out of context, you try to make me look more stupid. No, everyone knows the truth. The people that it matters to the most know the truth. They hear what I say. But everything I said last night, to the best of my ability, it's my opinion, and it's all circumstantial, but if you use deductive reasoning and logic, it makes sense. Especially how obsessed the guy is. He continues to come at me unprovoked, whether I provoke him or not. I don't provoke him. Whether I provoke him or not, he keeps doing it because that's what he's getting paid to do, ODN. ODN, you don't remember back in the days, the Texas Caregiver Support Services ads or you know, the videos that were played at the beginning of every stream that Jamie and JB Gunner did and other people like MJ and others that were sponsored by Brian at one point? You don't remember those? That's a real sponsor. It's him. There's no one else that knows the backstory as well as Brian. There's no one else that cares enough that has that amount of money other than Brian that would be doing this and paying this amount of money. Use logic, reasoning, and common sense. Even Jamie knows it. Everyone else knows it. They all know it. I'm not getting a dime out of that money, dude. I'm not getting a dime from any of those people, and I'm not getting a dime from my mother or my family estate. I'm on my own, trying to make ends meet. And if you guys are going to come here and criticize me and say, get a real job, I could do that. I don't want to do that because I want to take care of my lady. I want to take care of her and be here for her. And I've been working this business for 6 years, and I have the right to make money out here, just like Jamie feels he does, JB Gunner, and many others. So if you're going to come at me and say, get a real fucking job, I'm going to shove it up your you-know-what. And I'm going to say, well, then you get a real job too, right? You want to play that back and forth childish game? I can play it too. I'll just tell you to sit down, stop being a hypocrite, and STFU. That's it. And yeah, you want the reaction and you want to keep making videos. That's why they do it. They do it because they want the reaction. That's what Brian pays him for, and that's what his audience likes to see, my reactions. Well, I'm giving you my real reactions. This is the truth. I'm not mad at you, ODN. I'm a little pissed off, but I'm not mad at you directly. I'll get over it, and I'll forgive you. And yes, you have the right to state your opinions, and you did, but I'm telling you, you're flat out wrong. I've been out here working my ass, trying to stop this stuff and start creating more content and getting more members on members-only live streams. I'm trying to build my business, the business I run with Don, because we love doing it for more than the money, but Don and I need the money. I need the money and I deserve to make the money, and I want to take care of Don and my family. And you folks are affecting me from doing that. I'm even telling my audience, I'm not a rich man. I don't have the money they think I have. I'm not broke, but I'm surviving. I'm at my limit. I'm scraping by like the rest of us are, but I don't have the money. No matter what they say, no matter what Jamie says, he can keep on saying, oh, he lives for free off his mom. You're getting paid to say that, dude. And even if you really think that, I don't give a you-know-what, dude. It's not the truth. I don't have that money, dude. I'm out here to make my money doing my coaching and doing it for people that enjoy the content, believe in the content Don and I create, and want to support it. I have the right to do that, just like you feel you have the right to do what you do on YouTube. I have the same right. There's no difference there. You can keep saying over and over and over and over and over and over again all the same old stuff, that I don't pay rent, that I get money from the estate, this and that. That is not true. If you feel it's true, then you prove to me that that is true. What I said about you is my opinion. I said I could be wrong. I don't think I am, but it's my opinion. It's my theory. Now, if you want to come out, Jamie, and say, my theory on Eli is more than likely he's living off the estate and this and that. You know what? Then I wouldn't be pissed off. I'd still tell you you're wrong because you are wrong. But at least I would say, okay, he's stating an opinion. What you're trying to do is make things come off as facts. You're trying to lead your audience to truly believe that, which is slander, by the way. But I don't care about that. I'm never suing you. I don't care. It doesn't matter, right? It is slander, right? But you want to try to paint me as such a fucking loser to your audience because that's what they pay you for, because you're all miserable fucking clowns. That's all you are. That's the truth of the matter. You're miserable clowns. That's it. That's the bottom line. The words are not going to hurt me. Keep the words coming. Keep projecting everything onto me. I don't care. I'm here to fight for my right to run my business and to make money and to provide for my family. That's it. That's it. Period. End of story. Nothing less, nothing more. I don't care how else you spin it. It doesn't matter to me. I ignore all that stuff. ODN, I only care about one thing, the head of the snake. I don't care about what anyone else has done, past, present, whatever. What I care about is what's affecting me the most, ODN. I don't have time to fight everyone. I don't want to fight anyone, ODN, but you don't seem to understand that. The only thing I'm going to fight is the head of the snake that's affecting my pocketbook and my ability to take care of my family. And you would do the same thing. The head of the snake is Brian. And then it's Jamie. Those two are affecting me. Period. No one else is affecting me. Because without Jamie and Brian, the rest of the people would have never been able to do what they did. Do you understand that, dude? That's all this boils down to. Good morning, Eli. Happy Mother's Day to your lady. Thank you. Thank you, Outspoken. Thank you for being here. If you missed the first part of the show, you'll have to go back and check it out on the replay. That's all it boils down to, ODN. That's it. I swear to God on my mother's and my mother's grave, my grave, Don's parents' grave, I swear to God, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what more I can tell you. Would you like me to go get a Bible, ODN, and put my hand on the Bible? I will go grab a Bible if I have to try to prove to you folks out here that seem to just not understand what I've been trying to create out here for the last 6 years. And everything I've done has been with the best intentions. As far as the King of the Cuck show, I made a mistake, ODN. I'll come out and talk about it publicly. I made a mistake. I went on that show because I wanted to see if people were actually going to pay me money to do that, or if it was just something that JB Gunner was setting me up on, right? I had long conversations with JB Gunner. We emailed back and forth. I even did a show on my former channel. I have that video somewhere. Maybe I'll pull it out. All the emails that JB sent me. I still have those emails. I have everything. All the manipulations and stuff like that, right? Okay? And I was still fairly new to doing this full time back then. But I more so did it because I wanted to see if I were to stoop down to the level of what they now call a lolcow, how much money would I make? And you want to know what I found out, ODN? After the fourth show, JB Gunner had made $1,300 and I only made $100. So I left in the middle of the fourth show. I rage quit. I admit that. I didn't even really, I won't call it rage quitting. I just left because there was no more value. There was no value. I was testing it out. I was testing to see, would people pay me the same amount of money they're paying JB if I played the role that he wanted me to play? And what I found was no. They didn't even pay me 10% of what they were paying him. So I left and never did anything like that since that time. So if you're going to dig back 6 years to try to accuse me of conspiring with Jamie and these other people and getting paid, I'm going to come out here in the middle of the night, even though I'm fucking tired, and take time away from my girlfriend and my family and other things on Mother's Day. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to confront you face to face. Now, you're a bigger guy. I'm not threatening you. You know I'm not. But I'm going to come out face to face and I'm going to tell you, dude, hey, I understand why you said what you said, but you're wrong. You're wrong. That's not the truth. And maybe you'll respect the fact that I come out here showing my fucking face, using my fucking name right there, and I don't hide in plain sight like most of these mofos do. You at least have to give me credit for that. And I'm not even asking for it because I don't beg. I don't need validation. I don't need, I don't need accolades. I don't need any of that crap. I'm self-made. I'm self-made. I have self-love and self-respect. I don't need anyone to show me respect. I don't need anyone to show me love. I don't need shit from anyone. I do have that from people like Don and my family and others, but I don't need it because I'm happy within myself, and that's all that matters. And if all of you could just find happiness within yourself, none of this crap would happen. You all wouldn't waste your time on this endless, nonsensical garbage. Garbage. We're going to keep going until you misfits leave me the fuck alone. We're going to keep going. I'll make my real content. I'll do the members only to the audience. If Pork Chop wants to keep rebroadcasting and bore his audience when we don't talk about him, that's on him. He will burn out the Coach Eli stuff. Okay? But you got to also understand, ODN, Brian is the one that's forcing Jamie to do this content. They're not going to admit it. And they're going to call me crazy and psycho for even putting that out there as a conspiracy, or like they say, conspiracy theory, right? But think about it, ODN. They're rebroadcasting content that's non-drama of mine, which bores the audience and bores Jamie. So why is Jamie still doing it? Because Brian is forcing him to do it. But me calling that out as it is, they're going to spin it and say, Eli has flipped his marbles. Eli's lost his marbles. No, I have not. I'm totally sane. I'm totally sane, and I'm calling all you misfits out. I am totally sane. I'm upset, and I'm calling you out, and I'm standing tall, but I totally know exactly what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I'm completely sane and in good mental health and good emotional health and good physical health, but I can't say the same about most of you. I can't. 55 in the box, 10 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to read a comment that this radical feminist just made on my channel that's a part of Jamie's Legion that saw Dawn's, the member-only stream I did last night, the members-only stream I did last night here on Coach Eli 2 with Dawn. She saw it on an illegal rebroadcast on Rumble that Jamie did, and then she commented on a community posting because she couldn't comment on the members-only video where I said those things she commented on because she's not a member. So I commented back to her before I went live here, and I said, you know, you're admitting to stealing content, or you're admitting to piracy of content theft. So why should I even acknowledge you, right? I should just ban her, but you want to know what? I didn't ban her because I'm calling her a thief. She's a thief. They're all thieves, ODN. And the bottom line is it's hard to stop it. I'm working on that. But even if I decide to do nothing about it, it speaks for itself, ODN. Eventually, more and more people are going to see this is wrong. This is content theft. Even people on Jamie's end, they're going to get tired of it because those streams are not drama streams. It's going to be so boring that his audience will stop paying him. Unless Brian wants to fund it just to keep driving me crazy. If Brian wants to waste his millions all on Jamie coming at me, then you know what, Brian? I don't know what to tell you, man. You're more sick in the head than I ever thought, man. That's the bottom line. There's no one, ODN, that would spend enormous amounts of money to try to make me miserable and try to run me off of here than Brian. No one, dude. Nothing but silicone is Brian. Nothing but silicone, a.k.a. Wise Night Silicone, a.k.a. Wise Night Owl, a.k.a. Texas Caregiver, a.k.a. Brian. It's Brian. It's Brian. It is Brian. That's my opinion. I don't have any proof, but I'm 95% certain it is Brian. Okay? There you go. ODN, I hope you're satisfied. I hope your next video, you don't owe me an apology. I don't want an apology. You stated your opinion. You're entitled to it. Okay? But I just want you to know, I would never sell my soul to the fucking devil for this BS. I would never do that. Never. This is a matter of principle, ODN. I would never come out here and say, hey, I'm not a rich man. I'm barely making it because it's expensive out here. I've got a lot of bills. Despite what these people say, they're trying to paint me as I have no money living off an estate. That's not the case. I've got lots of bills. I'm also helping out Dawn. I've got a lot of responsibility, and I'm trying to work to make more money here on top of what I already have. Because things keep going up in price. Everything keeps going up, man. And I have the right to be able to do that out here. Without these people doing this stupid underhanded shit, nobody, ODN, would come at me at the level that Jamie has constantly unless they were paid. You know it. I know it. They know it. Everyone knows it. That is the truth. 55 in the box, 13 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. The 13 people that are liking this, why aren't you commenting here? Either you're a part of the Legion and you like me as well, and you're banned and you want to be here and you agree, but you don't want to get attacked? Is that what it is? I can't believe it. We've got 13 likes. They're legitimate likes. No one's like-botting me. They're legitimate likes. So why aren't you commenting? Are you too chicken to comment and stand up for what you believe in? Is that the case? Are you going to scrutinize me for calling you chicken? Because you are chicken. You're chicken. You're out here consuming this. You're seeing someone like me going through this BS. And if you were going through the same thing I was going through, you'd want people to stand up for you. So why won't you stand up for myself? Why? Why sit quiet? Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to come back and read the comment from the radical feminist. This is absolutely wow. I mean, she was triggered. She's triggered as hell. But that's okay, man. I'm gonna give you peace of my mind. Give you peace of my mind. I'll respond to you despite you pirated my content, my paid content for free on Jamie's Rumble rebroadcast. It's all good. Let's cue up some royalty-free music, okay? Music is all queued up. I'm going to step away and take a quick break, probably 7 or 8 minutes or so, maybe a little bit less. And when we get back, we'll get to that comment and wrap it up. Stick around. We'll be right back. You can comment, Kayla. I'll get back to you when I get back. right, we're back live, and we are just going to scratch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2. Authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we keep it real. And sometimes people don't like our thoughts and opinions because they hit home. They hit hard. And I come from the school of hard knocks. And, that's how I teach. If you don't like the way I teach, if you don't like the way I speak, if you don't like who I am, you're certainly entitled to your opinion, but you don't also have to stick around for any more of the content. You can go where you want to go, right? What I will not tolerate are hateful comments. What I also will not tolerate is people that will go watch my content elsewhere, my paid content elsewhere, or even the content I put out publicly that's rebroadcasted elsewhere, and support someone else making money at my expense. Whether you're there commenting or not, doesn't matter. You're there supporting that stream. Okay? That's the bottom line. Before I get right back to it, let me make sure that everything is still rolling smoothly. Give me a second here. And that's how I teach. If you don't like the way I teach, all right. We're back live. Kayla, I unbanned you thanks to Tiff coming in here earlier. Tiffany coming in here earlier on the Walking with Purpose stream yesterday. That is. And I got your email. I skimmed through it, haven't read the whole thing. Maybe you have emailed me before, I've been around before, but it's been so long. When people don't come around for a while, and there's been a lot of stuff that's been happening, it's hard to remember everything. I usually have a pretty good memory, but I think I maybe vaguely remember you from the past, but I don't remember everything. And the way that you were stating things, I'm sorry, it sounded like it was trollish. I mean, it was just maybe coincidental that maybe you were also a nurse, struggled with alcohol at one point, and then you stopped drinking, and then you relapsed, and you came on my stream and you said you were drunk. I mean, what am I supposed to think about that? No disrespect. I'm just saying, what am I supposed to think about that? And are you coming here for support? What are you coming here for? What is your purpose of being here? I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to ask you, what do you need? And what brings you here? Do you enjoy the content? Do you want to be around positive people? Right? Let us know. And we'll respond to you in the chat when we can. I'll respond to you when I can. Now, I'm going to start reading a comment that a woman made regarding the members only live stream that Don and I did last night. And she watched that stream on Jamie's rebroadcast on Rumble, the illegal, unauthorized rebroadcast. Okay. Some nerve. Let's get to this. Okay. Let's get to this. Okay. And her handle is @NinaNarratesUntoldStories. She goes by Nina. Having watched your stream today, I am flabbergasted that you live in the Bay Area and speak of the mentality, of the Midwest, when respectfully during your stream you spoke of such backwards, un-Californian mentality. Ma'am, I don't believe in the norms. I don't believe in the, a liberal or conservative agenda. I believe in what's right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I understand, says Kayla, and yes, I support you. Okay, well, tell me more in the chat what you're here for, and what you're seeking. Let us know more. There's a 1 minute delay between what I say and what goes out on these streams here, so don't mind the delay. It'll catch up, and you'll be able to comment. I'll get back to you when I can. Okay. So again, having watched your stream today, I am flabbergasted that you live in the Bay Area and speak of the mentality of the Midwest when respectfully during your stream you spoke of such backwards, un-Californian mentality. Ma'am, I don't believe in stereotypes, and I don't believe that everyone that lives in California should be a certain Californian way. I'm who I am. I'm a unique individual. I have my thoughts and opinions, and it doesn't matter where I live. What matters is how I feel. Okay? I'm sharing about things in ways on how I feel based on my past experiences. So that's a stereotype, ma'am. This is not meant to be a hate comment. Okay. Okay. But you're super triggered. You wrote me a book in the middle of the night. That's great. But genuinely a constructive criticism and feedback based on what you had to say. Well, why should I listen when you pirated my content, my paid content for free? Right? And you knew about Jamie's rebroadcast. You must have been following him, right? You were probably a Jamie supporter at one point, or maybe you still are. I think down, furthermore, in your comment, you said you weren't, but I'm not buying that, ma'am. Okay. And based on what you had to say, I may be frank, but I just couldn't believe what I heard. I was shocked to hear that a coach, let alone anybody in 2024, would say women should stay at home until their children turn 15. Okay. That was an opinion. And man, the fact that you're getting triggered at that, you're basically saying that you're flexing your feminine rights, which you have them. I'm all for women having equal rights. I'm all for women doing what they want to do. If you as a woman want to choose going the route of having a career, then that's the route you choose. If you're going to choose the route of wanting to have a family, the best way to raise your kids, in my opinion, is for the man to go to work and for, the woman to stay at home, raise the kids until they're 13, 14, and then she can go work after that, or she can even do a part-time job working from home while raising the kids. I'm not saying that women shouldn't work. I'm not against women having equal rights. What I'm saying is how my family did it and how I turned out and my brother turned out. We turned out pretty well. We're good kids. We're good people. Just because we have thoughts and opinions here that you disagree with doesn't make us bad people. That's my opinion, ma'am. I have a girlfriend. She knows my thoughts and my opinions. And she understands and she agrees. And she's a woman standing by me. And trust me, if I was going against women having equal rights, my woman would eat me up. James doesn't get a break until he reaches Brian's quota. Timeline tours, I'm beginning to believe you're somebody I know, which is fine. You're welcome here. But you got to come in on the sock because you don't want to get blasted. But I think I know who you are, but welcome. You're all good. Okay? Do you expect women who have a very successful career or perhaps are the breadwinner to put their entire life on hold for 15 years and only devote their entire time to child raising? Well, what's happening to kids nowadays, Nina? Is they're turning out to be spoiled and entitled. They're latchkey kids. They're being raised, either by a man staying at home and the woman being the breadwinner, or, both the man and the woman are working, and then the kids, are being raised by a nanny or grandparents. They're latchkey kids. And how are they turning out? Spoiled and entitled and messed up. Okay? And here's the thing, Nina. No disrespect. You're a woman. And I respect you as a woman. I respect women as women and men as men. But the truth of the matter is that women do not respect men that make less money than they do. Women look up to a man for their strength. They look up to a man for their physical and emotional strength. And they look up to men to protect and provide. It doesn't matter if we're in a world where both men and women are working. That's great. Yes, women have equal rights. And yes, I'm not saying women need to be stuck at home, barefoot, pregnant in the kitchen. What I'm saying is what women are attracted to and what women respect and what women don't. Women do not respect a man that they out-earn. Period. End of story. Women do not respect a man that they out-earn. Women at a natural, biological level respect a man that they can look up to for their ability to protect and provide, and their physical and emotional strength to protect them from any danger and to console them when the woman's getting emotional. The man is strong emotionally and helps the woman calm down and relax, right? There's no argument to that. It might trigger you, but there's no argument to that. But hey, who am I to say if you want to be a woman that marries a man, you're the breadwinner, you go to work, you make the money, he stays at home, and he's Mr. Mom, right? How's that man going to feel? That man's going to feel like his purpose is not, he's going to feel like he has no purpose. It is important for a man to have a purpose in order for a woman to respect him. That's why the divorce rate, Nina, is 3 times greater than it was back in the days of traditionalism. The divorce rate used to be 20% back then. It's almost 60% now. So how are you going to argue that? I'm not telling you what you should or shouldn't do. I'm not telling you you shouldn't have equal rights. I'm telling you how you flexing your muscles and saying, do you expect a woman that has a career and makes all this money to put that on hold to raise a family? If you care about your kids, yes. If you care about your husband, yes. If you respect masculinity, yes. Yes, yes, absolutely yes. And Dawn feels the same way. But when she was married, because they couldn't afford to live off of just her husband's salary, she went and got a nursing degree and also went to work. They both worked opposite shifts. They never saw their kids together. Well, they saw their kids, but they never spent time together as a couple. And look what happened. They got divorced. Now, they both made mistakes, okay? And don't listen to what the Legion says about my woman, this and that, right? That had nothing to do with the demise of the marriage. It had to do with exactly what you're talking about here, okay? Thank you, sir. Timeline Tours. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's all good. It's all good. Do you not understand that you are spewing ideas that are so archaic, not practical, and probable, not financially doable for those who live in San Francisco? Well, let me tell you something. If you're the type of man like myself that loves your woman, I love my woman. Right now, she's not able to work because of her condition. She has seizure disorder. Okay? And so until we figure out, if she can go a certain amount of time without having a seizure, okay, then she cannot work. She can't even drive right now. So I'm taking care of her. I love her. And I want to provide for her. And that makes me feel like a man. To provide for her, to protect her, to love her, and to respect her as a woman. And if she wants to go back to work at some point, if she's able to and she's cleared by her doctors, I'm all for that. Okay? But now, she's raised her kids. Her and I were too old to have kids. And that's that. But if it was back 20, 30 years ago, you can ask my woman, Dawn. She would prefer to stay home and take care of the kids. And if a man works hard enough and strives hard enough to find a job that can pay him enough to provide on a sole income, then he should be able to do that. Okay? You're coming out here and saying that, it's almost impossible to survive here in the Bay Area on a single income. I can understand that to a certain extent, but it still is possible to survive on a single income if somebody gets a job that pays enough to do it. And if you go into the right career or start your own business and it's successful, you can afford it. That's what I'm trying to do out here on YouTube. Okay? You are aware that children attend daycare, go to school, and that there is a remote working flex work life. I said that before I haven't even really read this whole thing. I already said that. I understand that. Women can work from home. Dawn does YouTube with me. She's my business partner. Of course. That I would recommend. You have the man go and work, and the woman, the wife, can work from home, from her phone, computer, right? And start an online business, right? As long as she's not doing OnlyFans, that I would not want. I wouldn't care how broke we would be, okay? But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree with that. But see, the problem is Most of these women have corporate jobs and they become executives and they have to fly out of town for 2 to 3 weeks out of the month. So how can you raise a family doing that? And what is that going to do to your kids? What's that going to do to your husband? What's that going to do to you? You're not thinking about that. No one's coming out here saying that women shouldn't work or shouldn't have the same rights. But it's a choice you have to make. Do you want a family or do you want a career? That's the problem nowadays that women don't understand. You got to choose. Are you more career focused or family focused? And if you're going to be family focused, doesn't mean you can't work, but you got to do something that makes sense. That's not going to affect you raising your kids and you helping out your husband raise your kids. Or have you spent the last decades on the internet and never worked the corporate field to know the reality? I worked the corporate world for 18 years, ma'am. You don't know my backstory. And all the bullshit you're hearing from that other side is all a bunch of crap that's store-bought and paid for by a sponsor that's paying Jamie. So cut that out, okay? Or have you spent the last decades on the internet and never worked the corporate field to know the reality of the professional sectors? I know it exactly. Don't listen to these people, ma'am. Second paragraph out of 5? The message that you are sending to women are very concerning and alarming. No, they're not. It's the truth. You don't want to hear it because you're a radical feminist, ma'am. You are. You're all about women's rights and you're not taking men's rights into consideration. You're not taking how it affects the family life into consideration. You're not. You're thinking about yourself and not the man and not the family. I thought Jamie was bad for the way he treats and speaks to women, but what you preach to women is equally harmful if anyone were to take your advice seriously. I'm nothing like Jamie. I don't hate women. I don't even hate you. I don't hate anybody. Okay? But I'm going to call people out on their BS. And I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. And again, if you're a woman that wants to work, you go work. Go to college, get a degree, go to trade school, learn a trade, or start your own business. And work all you want. But if you choose that you want to have a family, you've got to also take that into consideration, ma'am. You got to take that into consideration, and you're not. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling women to not work. I'm not saying women shouldn't have equal rights. And I'm nothing like Jamie. And to be honest with you, I don't even think Jamie is really like that in real life. He puts that out there as his content. Still, that's how he comes off, and it leads people to believe that's who he is. But as far as I'm concerned, regardless of how Jamie feels, that's not how I am, ma'am. You got it all wrong. Okay? You are also wrong about the notion that men must make more money or women will not respect them. That's bullshit, ma'am. That's what you say now, right? That's what you say now. My girlfriend, Dawn, after she got divorced, was dating someone that made 1/3 of what she made, right? And she was trying to motivate him to get a better job and make a little more money. And he basically didn't do it. He was living off of her money. And she had enough. And she wanted out of that marriage. And basically, the guy beat the hell out of her. And she paid the price because her kid, when the cops came, instead of him going to jail, she ended up going to jail over that. Okay? Because the guy's kid was saying that Dawn instigated it when I know she didn't. All right? So, listen, I got a woman that was the provider in one of her relationships. And she tried to encourage the guy to better himself. And she had enough. She lost respect for him because he took advantage of her and he didn't have the desire to better himself, better his income. Kayla says, go to bed, Nina. Yeah, even Kayla's saying, man, these are the views of a radical feminist on the far left. I'm slightly left, more so down the middle. I am a liberal, ma'am. You're a full-blown liberal extremist. And as a liberal, I have no respect for that. Your views, ma'am, are just ridiculous. What's going on, Angels Don't Fall? How are you doing? There are scenarios where two partners are equally successful and intellectual in their own right. For example, the husband may choose to be a university professor and the wife may be a law firm partner, and hence in equity in income due to the nature of work, but mutual respect also due to the nature of work. There are other leagues in the world than the difference of $10 per hour. Respect is also earned, not defined by money. Respect is when you have character and values, integrity, honor your words, respect others. The bottom line, ma'am, is this. If you're a man and a woman in the modern world and you want to have a family, first of all, you got to think about that in your 20s. Women are going to college, getting degrees, and then they're getting into their careers and they want to be settled in their careers before they get married and have kids. They're waiting until their early to mid 30s when their biological clock starts to tick, ma'am. And then women are getting pissed off that the men they really want don't want them because the men in their 30s or mid 30s can get women in their early to mid 20s that are ready to settle down, have a family, have kids with. You see, you got to choose career or family. And if you choose family, you can still do a career from home, the computer, whatever, like you were saying, right? But the bottom line is that the kids need to be raised full time by the parents, one or the other. And if it's the man that is Mr. Mom and you're going to work, I am telling you that man's going to feel a lack of purpose and you're going to lose respect for him. It doesn't matter even if you both have a job, like I was saying earlier, if you both have a job and you're making equal money in equally respectful fields, that's going to come at the price of your kids being latchkey kids, like you said, daycare, right? Then you got to pay money to daycare, which here in the Bay Area, it'll take up almost one of your incomes or pretty close to it. So the bottom line, man, is that you and your husband are going to work. Let's just pretend you're married. I don't know if you are or aren't. You and your husband are going to work equally level jobs, making $200,000 a year apiece. Okay. You have 3 kids. You put them all in daycare. Your one job, ma'am, is gonna basically go to paying daycare. So why work? Why not stay home and raise your kids instead of someone else raising your kids, and then your kids not ending up turning out the way that they should turn out due to lack of parenting? Because you want to flex your muscles as I'm a working woman. I've got equal rights. I'm Rosie the Riveter, right? Show me your guns, Rosie, right? I'm good, man. Thanks. Sure. Positive energy to you, Eli. Well, thank you. You're like Rosie the Riveter, ma'am. We can do it, ladies. Of course you can. No one's saying that women shouldn't have equal rights or they should work. What I'm saying is if you want to have a family and you do it the way you're saying, you're going to end up in divorce. And then your kids are going to be messed up. Dawn and her husband did that. Look what Dawn's daughter's doing to her. And don't sit here and tell me that Dawn's daughter is not talking to her for valid reasons. It's because the marriage was messed up. Because they were both working to try to survive in this world. Instead of one of them finding a job that could, pay most of the bills. And then maybe the other one could stay home and do a work from home job. Right? I get what you're saying here, but look at the results of it, ma'am. The numbers don't lie. The divorce rate is almost 60% here in the U.S. and in California. Angels don't fall. Family and career can exist if no one has an affair and keeps their vows morally right. Kim and Crafton always shouted, "Go to bed, Nina," because that lady is so freaking ignorant and annoying. She's well known around. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'll give her a piece of my mind one time, and then we'll be done. I also think that you oversimplify and overgeneralize when it comes to people age 42 or below. Are you a millennial, Nina? Is my stereotype of the millennials hitting home with you? Having gone to high school in San Francisco University and 2 graduate programs in the Bay, I can attest, so you're from the Bay Area, I can attest that I do not have a single friend who is self-entitled, lazy, or irresponsible from that circle. Ma'am, you're flexing your feminist muscles. You probably went to Berkeley, the feminist capital of the world. Now, it's a great school, don't get me wrong, but they have all the feminist rallies there, ma'am. Are you a part of that? Like, seriously, ma'am. Like, no one wants to be around someone that acts like you. And I bet you other women despise your thoughts. Even other women, ma'am, despise your thoughts. You're one of those, we can do it, ladies, we can do it. And there's nothing wrong with encouraging ladies to be stronger and to have the same opportunities that men have always had. I'm all for equality. What I'm not about, Nina, is women flexing their muscles, seeking out special privileges and getting special privileges that men never had. That's exactly what you're doing here. On the contrary, all of them have professional careers of a myriad variety, from doctors, computer scientists, lawyers, judges, NGOs, international organizations. Who cares? Why am I supposed to care? Nowadays, you can come out here on YouTube and do life coaching and make way more money than doctors or anyone else. And I will eventually. I will out-earn all of you doing what I do. I haven't made it there yet, but I'm going to continue moving forward, and I will get there, right? So don't sit here and try to throw all you got to go to college, get a degree, and this and that. You can if you want. You don't have to. I don't care about your career. I don't care what you do. What I care about is what kind of a human being are you? Now, if I like who you are as a human being, I would want to get to know what do you do for a living and this and that. But until I know what kind of personality you have, anything else about you doesn't mean shit to me at all. Period. I bet she has beautiful purple hair and a wonderful sleeve tat. Maybe so. Angels don't fall. Everyone is messed up. Getting over it and getting better is making progress. But we live in a negative world and people get stuck and things are too hard for some. Maybe so. Okay, good points. And they do fall in the age group you like to disparage. I'm not saying there aren't good millennials. There are. I'm half the millennials are probably exactly as you're saying, but half of them are spoiled and entitled. And the generation of millennials has more entitled people than any other generation. In my generation, there's probably 10 to 20% entitlement, maybe 10 to 15%. The millennial generation, more than 50% of them are entitled and spoiled because of what you're saying here. Because of the way that the kids are being raised, the lack of parenting, latchkey kids, daycare, everything you mentioned there. You want to go toe-to-toe with me on this, Nina? We can go toe-to-toe all you want. From what I see, your research data seems to be quite limited. If you base it off of people you interact with on YouTube, then again, San Mateo is a very small town. Ma'am, I've networked all over Northern California. I've shaken hands, kissed babies. I have other channels. You don't know me, ma'am. You're coming out here running your mouth, and you don't know a damn thing that I've done. I've done my time. I've dug trenches. I've driven all over Northern California, all over California. I've been everywhere. I've done public speaking in person. I've talked to many people. I've also been on many panels and talked to many people from all over the world and all over the U.S., the Midwest, the South, back East. Okay? I've done many things on this platform over the last 6 years. And you're saying, basing it on YouTube stuff, these are real people I've talked with all over the world. I've talked to people from the UK and Australia. And I have heard the same stuff. It's the same thing, ma'am. This is a global issue. What you're talking about, ma'am, is a global freaking issue. And you're being naive and very ignorant. You're very ignorant. And I bet you that you don't have a lot of true friends. I bet you the people that are your friends are people that ride along your radical feminist agenda. Angels don't fall. It's kids that are raising kids for the last 30 plus years. Right. I have known of cases where teenage kids that are 16 and 17 years old are raising their brothers and sisters that are 8, 9, 10 years old while both parents go to work. Are they even mature enough to do that? When you get to 16, 17, yeah, you can do those things. You can babysit, but they're raising the kids full time while they're not at school. So the parents can go work. Is that right? The kids need the parents 24/7, at least one of them, or they get messed up. That's my opinion. So I'm not just limited to I'm in Redwood City, man. San Mateo County. YouTube started in San Mateo. Now it's in San Bruno. I know the Bay Area very well, but I also have been all over Northern California. I've been to many other states. I've talked to many people from all over the U.S. and all over the world. I've been on many panels. I've shared many ideas. They've shared many ideas. I've got a lot of knowledge and experience to back up what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for over 6 years. And before that, I was on Facebook. I was doing in-person networking. Don't question my experience and my knowledge. I've dug the trenches. I have dug the trenches with my bare fucking hands. Okay? I have spoken to a number of coaches through my work. Good for you, ma'am. I am proud of you. Being executive coaches from the US, UK, Asia, and as much as I want to defend you because of the harassment, I believe you have a long way to go in learning about coaching, first starting with yourself and coming off as a credible. I don't give a shit what you think. I don't. I don't care about you. You're just one opinion, ma'am. And the only opinions that matter to me are my own. Okay? One of my biggest coaching lessons I'm going to teach you, Nina, is that the only opinion of yourself that really matters, ma'am, is your own. If you care about other people's opinions, if I cared about your opinion, ma'am, I would have been out of business a long time ago. Shramarithi, hello everyone. Happy Mother's Day to Dawn. I am out and about, but we'll catch up later. Well, thank you for being here, Shramarithi. Have a wonderful day. We did a members only live last night, so check that out if you missed it. I don't think you were there last night, but we did one last night. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Second, showing your ability to listen without casting judgment. I'm not casting judgment. I'm stating my opinions, ma'am. Ma'am, what part of my opinions don't you understand? Stating opinions is not passing judgment. You're triggered because your agenda is different than mine. I don't really have an agenda. I just want to help people. And I share my opinions based on my past experiences. If anyone's being judgmental, man, it's you, and you're projecting. I'm a damn good coach. I may not come off as the most professional coach. I feel I am, but I'm real. I will tell you this. I would rather sound unprofessional and be real than be professional and kiss people's asses to blow a bunch of smoke up their ass to make money. I won't do that. I'm going to be real with everyone all the time, ma'am, including you. A coach is meant to help the other person reach the answer without telling them. Ma'am, are you kidding me? When I was younger, my parents put me in therapy at 12 years old because I was struggling to be able to communicate properly with the kids at school, right? And I went to a very expensive therapist in Palo Alto, California, which is where Stanford University is at, right? This guy was supposed to be the best doctor around, the best therapist, but he never answered any questions. He would just say, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more, Elias, tell me more. I'd go home to my parents and say, I'm not learning shit from this guy. I didn't say that. I would say, I'm not learning anything from him. Mom, Dad, he's not even giving me any answers. He's just asking me questions, right? It should not be directive or instructive. Well, these are my methods, ma'am. If you don't like them, then go somewhere else. There are people that love my methods. There are people that don't. I'm sorry. I come from the school of hard knocks. I teach with tough love. I'm the tough love coach. I've never denied it. If you don't like it, ma'am, there's a door. Don't let it hit your booty on the way out, ma'am. I don't want my door getting dirty. From my experience, your coaching technique appears contrary to what coaching methods should look like. Well, ma'am, that's your opinion. And honestly, I think your opinion really sucks, ma'am. And honestly, I think your opinion comes from an angry and bitter radical feminist standpoint. Because I'm sure many other people on this platform and in the real world have called you out in the same way I have, or maybe even harder. I'm actually being nice to you, ma'am. Believe it or not. I also have to correct you that the idea of liberalism, which is a philosophy, were ideologies that the Democrat Party adapted later. Women's right to choose, gay rights, social liberalism, and liberalism is relative from country to country. Man, this is all a bunch of garbage fluff. This is stupid. The Civil War, when Abraham Lincoln, Republican, was president, the Republicans won the war and Lincoln freed the slaves. Ma'am, are you a conservative or are you a liberal? I can't even tell, ma'am, what you are. It doesn't even matter. Freed the slaves as the party opposed the expansion of slavery. Ma'am, honestly, that's a waste of my time. I'm not even going to respond to that garbage. That's garbage. So that was everything you wrote. Then I responded to you and I called you out that you were watching my content on an unauthorized rebroadcast. 63 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. 25 thumbs up. So she responded to me again and said, at Coach Eli too. I watched out of curiosity. Well, ma'am, you watched an illegal rebroadcast. It doesn't matter why you watched. What matters is that you pirated my content, right? It's no different than software piracy, MP3 piracy, all that stuff, ma'am. You went there because it was available for free. You knew it was available for free. You also knew it was available at $4.99. You chose to go there because you're never going to become a channel member here, ma'am. And you wanted to give me a piece of your mind on behalf of the Legion, and you're lying to me, ma'am. I read your response, but I already know what you're going to say. You're already lying, ma'am. Because Lycan hyped it up so much, and I can't stand Lycan, and before I pay for membership, I have to see if the content is worthwhile. Well, ma'am, you could have come and watched many other public, pieces of content that Don and I have out here, and that I've done. Ma'am, don't bullshit me when I have hundreds of pieces of content for free on this platform between Don and I, and on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. I have over 1,000 pieces of content. You are full of it, ma'am. You are full of crap, and I'm not buying it. Not one bit. I'm sorry. Because I will gladly pay for membership. I'm a member to countless channels. I don't care whose channels you're members of, ma'am. Good for you. But if this is the best you can say out of very well thought out comment that I took time out of my very important job from someone whose company paid tens of thousands of dollars, and I myself have paid tens of thousands of dollars, you are clearly closed-minded. No, I'm not, ma'am. No, I'm not, ma'am. You're just ignorant, ma'am. You're ignorant. Just like I mentioned here in the stream, I'm telling ODN and everyone else that feels I'm faking stuff, I'm seriously tired of your ignorance. You're fucking ignorant, ma'am. Bottom line, you're an ignorant human being. You only believe in your agenda, and you don't take into consideration other people's feelings, wants, and needs. I do. My job is to not tell people what to do. It's to help them get what they want. But in order to help them get what they want, you have to teach them to identify the mistakes they're making, right? That's the bottom line, ma'am. That's great coaching right there, ma'am. And this is why your channel is still not growing. Ma'am, you're a part of the Legion, and you're taking a stab at me. You've been a part of all these groups. I heard you were a part of Kim and Crafton. I don't really have any problems with them, but I'm not really too fond of their content either, to be honest with you. You guys are all a part of this drama-centric Legion group. Krama, true crime, drama, krama, whatever, ma'am. You're going down the same route everyone goes down that disagrees with, my say out here, right? But you took time out of your busy day to write me a book, ma'am. That means I triggered you. That means you actually like what I do, whether you admit it or not, ma'am. Mind you, none of the points I raised would be observations from Lycan because he doesn't get the Bay Area or the lay of the lands and he's unemployed, but you have shown yourself to be equally sexist and misogynistic. Now you're attacking me, ma'am. Now you're flat out attacking me, ma'am. That's bullshit. Now you didn't like my response, ma'am. I was honest with you. And because you didn't like it, now you got to attack me, ma'am. I'm not offended, ma'am. I'm just laughing in your face. You're a miserable human being, ma'am. Miserable with a capital M. I would have gladly paid the peanut membership fee cost. Peanut membership fee? Yeah, $4.99 is not a whole lot of money, ma'am. But you have to rub it in my face and say peanut fee because you're trying to say that you're a working woman that is very successful and makes lots of money, and you feel the need to tell me that you're a better human being than I am and you make more money than me or whatever, right, ma'am? That's more pathetic than anything else, ma'am. But the coaches, you should actually thank me for feedback since my time costs a lot more than your mere membership fees. I don't care about your time or your membership, ma'am. You inserted yourself into my business. You went and watched my members only live stream on an unauthorized rebroadcast. And then you came over here after watching that members only live stream on an unauthorized rebroadcast, and you commented on one of my community postings because you couldn't comment under the actual broadcast because you're not a paid member, ma'am. That's really sleazy, ma'am. I listen to Do Not Talk About, $10. They motivate, they inspire, they uplift. I don't know what you meant by that, ma'am, but I'm done. I'm going to take a quick break, folks, and come back with some final thoughts. Okay? Dawn just woke up. I want to go say hi to her. So I'm going to queue up some royalty-free YouTube music. And then come back in about 5 or 6 minutes or so and then wrap things up. Stick around. We'll be right back. We're back. Welcome back to the show. We are just going to stretch it and get right back down to business. Welcome back to the show. Santiago's in the house. Oh boy, here we go again. Stick around for a few, Santiago. I'll address you, man. Man, Jesus Christ, man. Good morning to you, by the way, Pedro. Happy Mother's Day to your girlfriend and your mother and any other mothers that you're connected with. Anyway, happy Mother's Day to everyone, once again. I may do a Mother's Day show for my walk later today. I'm not quite sure. I may even take the rest of the day off because this has been quite a lot. But welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. We keep it positive, but we also keep it real, raw and real. Let me make sure the audio and video is in sync and it's all good before I continue here. Give me a second. Boy, here we go again. Stick around for a few, Santiago. Yeah, it's all good. Santiago, we need to buy you a Shure SM7B like your buddy Hannibal has, and you know, with all the big bucks you make over there, man, you know, we gotta supercharge your audio and video game, man. Anyway, that's not a big deal. It's all good. Pedro DoorDash Santiago was in the house. Yeah, I saw you did a stream last night. I'm probably gonna check that out regarding DoorDash, man. And I guess you're taking the opposite approach that you could still make money on DoorDash. I'm sure you can make money in any business, but at what expense is that going to cost you? Your car, your sanity, getting into an accident. Insurance rates have gone up 20%, even with people that have a perfect record. I'm an insurance broker, dude. I mean, I don't sell it anymore. I'm not actively selling, but it is what it is. Yeah, so you removed the comment there? Okay. So you removed the comment there, huh? You know, it's going to show on the replay. As a matter of fact. Yeah, you know, I read part of what you said, and it'll show up on the screen on the replay. And let me even make sure that's the real Pedro there. Let me make sure that's the real Pedro, okay? Oh, it's not even showing there now. Give me a second here. Yeah, I can't even verify that was him, but he was saying something like I couldn't last the 30 days and that his channel could have made a big difference, me being on his channel. Maybe so, Pedro. I mean, going on a channel that has the amount of subs you have, and you have some decent traction, sure, I'm not going to lie, it could have helped, but I'm not dependent on your help or anyone's help, and I'm certainly not going to, worry about someone that doesn't want to work with me because they put stipulations on it, bro. Either you want to work with me or not. That's just the way it goes, bro. You know, I don't have any problems with you, man. And you want to stop, you can stop by. You're getting some free exposure here to a good audience. And that's probably why you're really here, dude. You're getting more exposure from me than I would probably get from you. And that's all good, dude. If I could help you by just stopping by and making a quick comment and then retracting your comment, dude. And again, I can't even verify that was you because you're no longer showing in the chat. I can't go to channel and see if that was you. I'm assuming it was. But it is what it is, bro. Whatever, right? Anyway, thank you for stopping by, Pedro. I hope you have a great Mother's Day with your girlfriend. Hold on a second here. Hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Oh, it is. So Cynthia checked it out. It's the real Pedro. She was able to check it out before he left. Thank you, Cynthia. She's got the mod wrench. Thank you. That's why you're a mod, Cynthia. How you doing? It was the real Pedro. It'll show up on the screen on the replay. So people will be able to see it. That's why I screen record the chat. People can see what people delete. They call that dirty deleting, right? Oh boy. All right. Anyway, one more thing I want to talk about before I go off the air. I want to talk about a lady named Sharon. She used to go by Survivor Sharon out here. I believe she used to call herself that because I believe she was a victim of DV, domestic violence. And she's now a sassy Southern girl, right? I've known her on this platform for probably 5+ years now, maybe close to 6 years. And, it's really, really weird. A lot of the channels that stemmed from the Lycan Legion, they're not a part of the Legion. Maybe some of them support Jamie. They all know Jamie. They all know each other. All these people are in the same, group, genre, drama content, shit show content. That's what these people are, right? Thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia says you're welcome, Eli. Well, Sharon, basically, I think I forgot what it was. She made a community post and was saying, "Hey, if you want to do that show, email me." And I commented back. I'm waiting for her comment back. I said, when do you want to do it? Let me know, and I'll email you. We'll set it up. Because I guess I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, the Susie Q channel did another interview with, I guess, the guy that is, I think, the father of one of Sharon's kids. I'm not sure if he's the father of both. I think she has 2 kids from 2 different fathers, but it could be one father for both. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her that. Or if somebody knows here, let me know. But regardless, I'll tell you this. Okay, I have Sharon's back because what's more pathetic than the show that Susie did? No disrespect, Susie. I'm just sharing my thoughts. You have your thoughts on me. I have my thoughts on you. Right? You guys have your thoughts on the content I create. I have my thoughts on the content you folks create. What's more pathetic than Susie doing the show and bringing on the father of at least one of Sharon's kids is the fact that the father of at least one of Sharon's kids is willing to come on YouTube and try to trash talk his ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, or, the father of one or both of Sharon's kids. That says a lot about this dude's character. He's coming out here and trying to trash talk, Sharon, when a real man would just handle things behind the scenes. This dude is seeking validation. He's maybe seeking acceptance. He's probably very insecure. He's probably very immature. I have not heard really anything. I've heard a little bit about it through some people, and I've tuned in for a few minutes every now and then because they've had this guy on before, right? But I don't even need to hear. I don't even need to hear a word this guy says, because any man that would be willing to come on a drama shit show YouTube panel and blast, his ex, whether they have kids or not, it's pathetic. And the same thing, any woman that would come on to blast an ex of hers, a man that she was dating or married to or had kids with, is pathetic as well. This is stupid. This is really stupid. And honestly, it doesn't make him look good. It doesn't make the creators creating this content good. What it boils down to me, is that, for one, Susie, you're looking to just make content out of every little thing, which is, there's so many better things to make content on, right? But number 2, what's this really accomplishing for this guy? Is he getting sympathy that he wants? And even if you're getting sympathy, you're getting sympathy from people that come out here and make it their career or mission to trash talk other people on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, if you're going to come in here and talk nonsense, you're going to get banned. I'm not going to answer stupid questions I've already talked about. I'm doing what I love. This is what I love to do. This is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And I'm going to make this work. No matter what any of you say, I'm going to make this work. This is my purpose, to be a coach. If you don't like it, then change the channel and leave. But you want to keep trolling because you got nothing better to do. And you're triggered that I'm keeping this going. I keep coming back. You're triggered because you can't knock me down. You never will. Nice try. So I'm going to be doing a stream with Sharon at some point. I'm sure everyone in the Legion and all the affiliates and everyone will rebroadcast it. We really don't care. Actually, I may even do the interview with Sharon pre-recorded. One way or another, I'm going to be doing an interview with Sharon. Did I say Lauren? It's Sharon. I meant Sharon. I hope I said Sharon. If I said Lauren, that was a mistake. I'm going to be doing an interview with Sharon, either live or pre-recorded sometime soon. And we're going to talk about this. And I've got her back because here's the thing. I mentioned this before. I'll say it again. When Dana, my ex, broke up with me many years ago, that used to do YouTube videos with me when I first started my coaching business out here on YouTube on a former channel that no longer exists. This was like over 6 years ago. Okay. When she broke it off with me, all of these same misfits reached out to Dana trying to get the tell-all interview about Eli. And Dana didn't even respond to them. And she never will. She's not interested in drama. She's got her own life. She's moved on and she's happy, and I'm happy for her. Okay? That's the mature way to handle it. Okay? And the same thing, if Don and I didn't work out, which that's not going to happen, we are. But even if we didn't, Don would never, ever do this, no matter how much you guys tried to, get her to do it, no matter how much money you tried to pay her, right? And the fact that this dude's willing to come on a drama shit show panel and trash talk, his ex, right? That's pathetic. Now, he's probably made mistakes. We've all made mistakes. Why are you folks blaming Sharon for making mistakes? Even if what you're saying is true, which most of it I don't believe, or you're taking way out of context, even if what you're saying is true, why are you blaming Sharon for the same mistakes that you've all made? Are you the perfect mother, Susie? All right? Are you the perfect mother? I'm not saying you're a bad mother, but are you the perfect mother? I don't think so. Nobody is. Was Dawn the perfect mother? No, but you're trying to be the perfect mother. You think Sharon is trying to intentionally harm her kids? Sharon's had a rough life, and she's still fighting to provide for her kids and provide for herself. And she's got really no help, and she's doing it on her own. And I can commend that. You see, people like you, Susie, you've got a husband, and he takes care of things. He takes care of you, which that's cool. I'm glad you have that. But Sharon has none of that. But you want to use her for content because you got no content besides that. Keep coming in here, dude. Keep coming in here, dude, and keep trolling me with stupid questions that I'll never answer because they're just stupid. You want a piece of me, and you can't have a piece of me, dude. You can't. You're not going to knock me down, dude, no matter what you say. All right. I got to get going, folks. We're leaving 50 in the box, 25 thumbs up. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out. I'm hoping to come back later to do a Walking with Purpose stream for Mother's Day and something of that sort. If not, then I'll just see you folks tomorrow. So again, I'm hoping to do a Walking with Purpose stream here on Coach Eli 2 later today. But if, again, I don't get to it because I've been working at night. I've been in and out of sleep. My sleeping pattern's been off, and I've got a lot to do. But I don't see you, happy Mother's Day. And look for the Sharon interview coming live or pre-recorded soon. With that being said, have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.